Following the heavy hailstorms late last week, a historic building in downtown Scottsbluff continues to assess the damage to one of its crown jewels. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the historic Midwest Theater in downtown Scottsbluff is dealing with after effects from last week's hailstorms. The theater's executive director, Billy Estes, tells us hail damage to the neon and other lights of the marquee is expected to be in the thousands, on top of the damage to a small electrical fire in the marquee in March of this year.
Most of the damage is contained to the neons at this point that we can tell. We definitely have some paint damage that as well we're going to have to be addressing. But basically there isn't a single letter left that is complete. They all have one or more units left, or one or more units that have been damaged in the hail. Some of them, the entire letter has been broken. They're made up of multiple units based on where the curve is and the pieces of them.
That issue, along with an unrelated issue discovered during last Friday's Dylan Scott concert, is delaying member, single, and new season ticket sales by 2 days. Those tickets will now go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. Non-member single ticket sales start on August 30th. Well, Allo communications officials appeared before the Scottsbluff County Commissioners Monday night, asking for their assistance to make corrections to $413,000 in franchise fees that should have been paid to the cities of Scottsbluff, Gering, and Tarrytown. Instead, they were sent to the county for nearly 9 years. Speaking to the board by phone, Allo President and CEO Brad Moline asked for the county's help by returning the money in 2 payments that would coincide with the company's property tax payments to the county. County officials heard the request but said they would take no action on the idea at the meeting. County Attorney Dave Eubanks said as a legal issue, it was basically a breach of contract case that did not involve the county.
Gering and Tarrytown and Scottsbluff for 9.5 years didn't receive a single penny, and they never questioned it. And that's just the level of incompetence. It is just mind-boggling here. I mean, I was stunned.
Eubanks said he wasn't sure if the cities could even seek to recover the lost fees, as there is a statute of limitations that would come into play. County board members said they would have staff work with Allo to see what, if anything, the county could or should do to rectify the situation. Well, straight ahead, Bill Boyer's in with your full weather forecast. Stick around. KNEB.TV News will be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Kevin Wick, Assistant Vice President at Platte Valley Bank with your Mortgage Mythbuster of the Week. Some people think that purchasing a home is more expensive than renting. The truth is, with interest rates so low, there has never been a better time to purchase a home, making your monthly mortgage payment lower than a rent payment. The mortgage lenders at Platte Valley Bank are here to help you find the right programs to fit your needs and your budget. Stop in today. No question is too big or too small.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leeds Heads.
It's the time of the year again for the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. Last year, we traveled across the Panhandle and into eastern Wyoming to recognize over 50 students for their achievements in and out of the classroom. Let's revisit what they had to say.
Last fall, Scottsbluff football captains Garrett Nelson, Keegan Reifschneider, and Jeremiah Delzer were nominated for their sportsmanship. In a playoff game, Omaha Roncalli's star quarterback was carted off the field with a nasty injury. 3 Scottsbluff captains decided to go visit the quarterback after the game to offer their support.
He was going into surgery and just wanted to make sure he was okay while he was still in town.
And like Garrett said, we just thought it was the right thing to do to go up there and see him. It felt really good that we could go there and be supportive and just see how he was doing and making sure that he wasn't
hurt and that he was going to be able to be back next year. So
To nominate a deserving K-12 student to be recognized for being a star student, you can find nomination forms online at www.pvbank.com.
Name one other restaurant that makes their barbecue with brown sugar bacon and sauce with Kentucky bourbon that's been aged in charred oak barrels. Charred oak barrels, people. And we have a drive-thru. Arby's, we have the meats.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Going to be dealing with some strong to severe thunderstorms around the area, not only this evening, but through the overnight hours. We could be dealing with severe storms in this time slot too here after 10 and before 6. Could be a long, bumpy night out there, and we'll talk about that severe thunderstorm watch that we have here in just a moment, but it has been issued for the area. Scattered storms are going to occur all the way through the night tonight. Large hail is going to be the primary threat. We're going to cool down tomorrow. It was muggy, hot today. You kind of had a feeling the stage was set, and it is set for some strong to severe thunderstorms. Just missed our record high by 1 yesterday. We had 100. We weren't quite that warm today, and we'll be much cooler tomorrow. It'll be kind of a breath of fresh air out there after what we had today. 1.67 inches for the month, still about double where we should be. 3 1/3 inches above normal for the year. 96 in Hayes right now, pretty warm there. 87 North Platte, 89 in Hastings, 88 in Norfolk. We have temps that are in the 80s here in our area. 88 Ogallala, 89 in Oshkosh, 86 up in Chadron, 88 over in Wheatland. Taking a look at winds, you can see they're out of the east. They've been kind of gusty throughout the day today. We've had 15 to 20 mile an hour winds still continuing. Gusts have been higher than that, in that 25 to 30, even a touch higher than that at times. So we've had some gusty breezes around today, and those are going to continue through the evening hours. Well, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch that's out for the area that includes the panhandle of Nebraska, the western panhandle, eastern Wyoming, and a little sliver of northeastern Colorado. Basically, the adjacent plains off the Front Range, included under that severe thunderstorm watch until 11 o'clock tonight. Large hail, maybe very large hail. Golf balls are larger. The primary severe weather threat, damaging winds. Of course, a lot of lightning and heavy rain also not out of the question as well. But again, the primary severe weather threat in this area, this yellow shaded area, is going to be very large hail for tonight. That's in this whole mix of severe weather. A slight risk of severe storms extends all the way across the Cornhusker State back into our area. As you can see, we do have a severe weather threat from the eastern plains of Wyoming all the way across our area down into southeastern Nebraska. A big swath here right along the northern edges of a warm front here across the region. That's where we're going to see the severe weather threat tonight. As you go further to the east, could be dealing with more of a damaging wind threat. Some marginal risk of severe storms in the high country and right along the I-80 corridor in south in Nebraska. Then the severe weather threat shifts off to the north on Thursday and more out of our area. So let's take a look at Futurecast. We'll time this out through the evening. Here's the next couple hours or so. You'll start to see a scattering of showers and thunderstorms. Hit or miss, isolated thunderstorms across the area. As we get closer to midnight, a slightly better chance of some showers and storms. Notice 1, 2 o'clock, we even show some redevelopment back in the western panhandle. Look at this complex of thunderstorms here in the southern Nebraska panhandle along that I-80 corridor through the early overnight hours. By 5 o'clock or so, we'll start to clear out a little bit. It's not going to be completely clear. Lows tonight around that 60-degree mark. Then tomorrow we put the forecast, pick it up where we left off. 5 a.m. We'll go through the morning hours. We'll get some sun in here. That through the early afternoon hours, we'll start to see a couple of thunderstorms again develop in the high country. That's where I think the stronger storms will be tomorrow. By 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night, we bring another round of thunderstorms in scattered areas and across the region again. Late tomorrow night, this is 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, another round of showers and thunderstorms possible. I think they'll be more isolated tomorrow than they will be tonight, but we're going to be in for a couple of days of thunderstorms, I think, here across the region. Highs tomorrow in the 70s, much cooler than where we were today. Rainfall totals, it's going to depend on where you're at. You'll see these total up here in just a moment. Anywhere from a half an inch to over an inch, certainly possible in some areas. You can see where this is focusing in on some of that heavy rain tonight, some of those purple shaded areas Can't rule out a couple inches or more in some of those areas. And again, where that ultimately falls, going to be highly dependent, as it's so difficult to pinpoint exact locations of thunderstorms. There will be plenty of them around, though, on a scattered basis tonight. Strong to severe thunderstorms. Severe thunderstorm watch out until 11 o'clock tonight. A low down around 61 tomorrow. Isolated, probably more late day than anything, thunderstorms around the region. Highs only in the upper 70s. It is going to be cooler tomorrow. And that cooler air going to stick around for a couple of days. We'll be in the low 80s on Thursday. Going to have some breezes to contend with. Friday in the mid 80s. One day on Saturday there, we jump back into the low 90s. Upper 80s to near 90 on Sunday. And take a look at Monday, Tuesday of next week right now. Forecasting highs cooler back down to near 80 degrees and thunderstorm chances waning a little bit as we might finally see this pattern break down and kick some of this humidity out.
Okay, nobody panic! Change the temperatures! We pray for this!
These aren't your average squirt some sauce on them and call them barbecue sandwiches. The bacon is hand sprinkled with brown sugar, and the sauce is made with Kentucky bourbon aged in charred oak barrels, and the meats are perfectly smoked.
Oh no! Arby's, we have the meats.
Are you ready to join the celebration? Then what are you waiting for? Switch to Viero today and find out exactly why we're better. More towers than the competition, convenient stores in your neighborhood, friendly, helpful customer service, and top phones at excellent values, such as the iPhone XR for free. That's right, get a free iPhone XR when you purchase any other iPhone of equal or greater value. Viero Wireless, your better choice for wireless service.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries, and home and auto insurance from State Farm. So make it a combo. Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Just call State Farm agent Kerr Heilbrunn and find out how you can start saving today. It's just another way. We're here to help life go right. Welcome back. 43-year-old Scottsbluff man will not be standing trial after getting caught with more than 13 grams of methamphetamine and 2 ounces of marijuana in his vehicle earlier this year. This week, Scott Beery pleaded guilty to an amended charge of possession with intent to distribute methamphetamine, which is a Class 2 felony. He faces a prison sentence ranging from 1 to 50 years when he's back in court for his October 4th sentencing. Sticking with the courts, as a 29-year-old Bluffs man who reportedly broke into a home, assaulted a woman, and held her against her will, and struck a plea deal to avoid going to trial. Brett Armstrong pleaded guilty to charges of second-degree false imprisonment and strangulation. In exchange for his guilty pleas, a charge of burglary was dismissed. He too will be sentenced on the convictions on October 4th. And the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission will consider authorizing 1 lottery permit for the 2020 Bighorn sheep season when it meets next week at Fort Robinson State Park. During the August 28th meeting, the commission will also consider recommendations to approve a bighorn sheep management plan that has a goal of establishing a self-sustaining, free-ranging bighorn sheep population in all areas of suitable habitat in Nebraska. The meeting will also include an environmental report, a preliminary upland game outlook, an introduction of the new duck slam promotion, and an update on the impacts of flooding in Nebraska. Well, straight ahead, Chabella Guzman's in with a check-in on Ag News. She'll have that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
More time on the road means more time in the shop. Take your car, truck, or SUV to High Tech Automotive. With 10 bays and commitment to quality service and customer care, we can do it all, from general maintenance to more serious problems. High Tech Automotive, between Frank Parts and Baumgars.
World champion bullfighter Dusty Tuckness has a lot to think about at work. He looks into the eyes of real angry bulls for a living. but Dusty wouldn't trade this job despite some really hard days at work. At home, Dusty's world is quiet and comfortable. Dusty leaves his boots, his hat, and his hard day at the door every day, and so can you. Renewal by Anderson windows and patio doors keep the outside out. They're the best of the best, installed by local people who care. Renewal by Anderson. It's good to be home.
You said yes. Together, you planned every detail. You married. And then you realized 500 square feet just isn't enough room for two. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. You decide to add another to your family. You start reading parenting books. You're amazed that such a small human could need so much space. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
This is KNEB TV Ag News from the First National Bank Ag Desk. First National Bank of North Platte, the bank to think of first.
Around 100 volunteers spent a sunny Saturday morning picking sweet corn at Doug Kazier's farm outside of Bayard. Kazier says his agronomist Paul Safford asked him about letting them plant the corn in the spring for Simplot's third annual Farmers Feeding the Hungry Sweet Corn event.
And I thought, well, I love growing sweet corn to start with, and it sounded like a good cause, and so I just said, well, we'll just do it. They furnish the corn, so I don't even know what it is. It is a multicolored corn is all I know, and it's really good. I've ate a lot of it already. Yeah.
Kazier says 21st Century brought out a John Deere to plant the corn, supplied by Channel, and Simplot sent an intern throughout the summer to check on the sweet corn. On Saturday, volunteers from the ROTC, FFA, and Simplot were in the field picking the sweet corn. Bayard FFA President Braden Johnson and Vice President Ryan Likas were among the volunteers.
And it won't be as hot either. It's nice and cool to pick corn this morning, and once it gets hotter, we'll probably be done with this field. So yeah,
it was an idea that our advisor had, and we thought, it'd be a good idea for our chapter to come out and give back to the community in some way.
Simplot also had their employees out picking corn. Becky Randall, seed marketing representative with Simplot Grower Solutions, explains more on the Farmers Feeding the Hungry event.
And it'll all be donated to Food Bank for the Heartland as well as local food banks. We're trying to pick about 30,000 pounds of sweet corn to be donated across the state of Nebraska. So we just feel like it's a great way to contribute back to the state of Nebraska and give some fresh food back to the food banks that normally get non-perishable items. So it's just a great way to give back and really do our part to make that happen.
Kazier says the field will have cattle turned out into it after all the non-sweet corn is combined in the fall.
For the card-carrying fan, get your Husker Visa debit card so you can take the game with you. Free with First Free Checking.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Box Butte General Hospital continues our mission to lead and innovate in healthcare delivery and community wellness. But this isn't just a hospital. This is home to exceptional patient care. This is the greatest place to work, receive care, and practice medicine. This is innovation in action. This is community wellness. This is where specialty clinics fit your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. We are Box Butte General Hospital. This is us. Great things are happening here since 1976.
At Platte Valley Bank, we know when you need a loan, time is of the essence. We are locally owned with decisions made right here at the bank. Our lenders are experienced, efficient individuals who are committed to our customers. Our flexible lending policies make it possible to fulfill loan requests, big or small, quickly. Whether you want to purchase a car, home, or even start a business, our committed associates are here to help. Stop into any location today and see what Platte Valley Bank can do for you.
And finally tonight, the Scottsbluff City Council Monday evening worked through a full agenda as they heard about and considered a variety of items. One of those items is something new for the town, Food Truck Fridays, which would be centered around the 18th Street Downtown Plaza on Friday evenings through September from 4 to 8 p.m. Economic Development Director Star Leal got the idea from Omaha, where they do an all-day event on Thursdays, told the council that they wanted to try it here on a smaller scale.
It'll be very similar to the bands on Broadway, but we will not have any alcohol, so nothing will be fenced off. People can just kind of come and go and listen to music, have some food. If they're going to a football game or something like that, they can come down, grab some food, listen to music, and then head off to the game. And just thought it'd be a good way to keep people in the back of their minds and check to see if there's anything going on at the plaza.
There are 4 food trucks slated to begin on September 6th, and those events will include live music and other family-friendly entertainment. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.